But like I learned there's so many people in the world, bro. Like it's so many people in the world that like just because over here it's no, over it can still be yes over there. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes your eyes, your brain doesn't see the yes, it only sees the no. And sometimes your eyes may see the yes, but see the no and it'll overpower and then you like seem to, get discouraged. But bro.
And when you recognize that as an artist? When you perform.
Word.
Because you might go to...
for me, it's when I succeed. Not even just perform, just when I succeed in general. I succeed.
What I'm talking about is when you realize that it may be a no over here, but it may be a yes over here. You learn that when you perform and doing your journey, because you might come out in fucking Tallahassee and it might be like, all right, cool. Mm-hmm. Then you come out in Cleveland, they lose their fucking mind. Mm-hmm. So you like, hey, hold on. They really wasn't fucking with me in Tallahassee, but over in Cleveland, they fucking with me. Yeah. And every artist go through that.
And even more, it may not even be just in Tallahassee. It may have been in this venue, right. At this festival or on this lineup.
Absolutely.
Like me personally, anytime I've done, what's the New York one? What's the New York show called? The radio show.
Hot 97?
Every time I do that, they hate me. They just stare at me. Like everyone's just like, we do Rolling Loud though. We're gonna shut it down.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a different crowd. And I learned to understand it and respect it. Like you can't please everybody.
Right.
And at the end of the day, it's not for everyone.
Right. And at the end of the day, you ain't supposed to be on a festival with certain motherfuckers.
Right. It's right.
It's almost like it's a setup. Like
exactly.
You feel what I'm saying?
I think it is. I would never. But I'm to the point in my career where I would never take the money over setting myself up for something like that.
Yeah.
Like if the lineup, I'm not even gonna say.
Because I remember when we first came out, and they threw us on a tour date for 2 tours, and it was like some backpack shit. It was like it only took for us to do 2 cities. I was like, what the fuck is this shit?
Right.
This ain't our crowd. Like,
did you continue it?
No, fuck no. No, it was 2 dates and we was done because it wasn't we street rappers. So to come out and to be on a tour with a Talib Kweli, or that's just a whole total different
genre, like ambiance.
Right. Let's just be for real. The niggas that's in this crowd ain't trying to hear what the fuck we talking about. Mm-hmm. We need to be on tour with somebody else. So
you know what I find a little fucked up though? Like when I was growing up, we 40 and shit. Me, I was more into music than he was. He was the dude that like listened to it later. I was the dude that I listened to every fucking thing from Guns N' Roses to Ice-T, whatever.
That's me.
Like Coldplay. Like, so it was like, damn, we had so much more because hip hop was our thing, yeah. Mm-hmm. It wasn't about like, it was about like I'd be in the crib and I'd be dubbing a mixtape, like a real tape, and I have like, it'd be like Public Enemy, De La Soul, Souls of Mischief, Ice-T. It'd be a bunch of, it wasn't no rules because hip hop was ours no matter what it was. It wasn't about, oh, I only listen to drill music. I can't listen to the guys that wear back. No, everything, because it was about like these sounds and it hit us different ways because it was like a struggle going on in America and it was the soundtrack to the struggle of America, a soundtrack to the struggle of the ghetto in the 80s. So it was like, all this shit is ours. We happy. Yeah. We got this. But now it's like, it's this division and separation of hip hop and it's like, yo, what the fuck? Like all that shit is ours.
Yeah.
Like, why is we not going to break something that's ours where everybody could, to where as though it forced people even on a creative tip, because I see people and I'm like, dog, like you're not even no street nigga. I understand it's entertainment, but it's like, you'll be more successful if you told them the story of your journey in your life, bro. Right. And you just rap that. Like you ain't, you know what I mean? So it's like.
People go, it goes back to when he said, not sticking together, one. Yeah. And 2, it goes back to the easiest route in rap is to go street. Like to talk street, to act street, it's just easier. It's harder to rap about things that are like just going on in life because people really don't, not doing anything at all, and it's overpopulated with street music, so you can listen to enough to know how to baking soda, Arm & Hammer. Like you get the ingredients from just listening to shit and you know how to do it. Like a lot of niggas don't do anything in life to know what to rap about anything else, you know?
Absolutely.
Most people, when you start out rapping, you start rapping about things that you don't have yet. You know, cars you don't have yet, money you've never made. So you don't really have the right amounts when you rapping about certain things. Nothing's right except for the shit you listen to, you know what I'm saying? Until you finally start making some money, then your raps are a little bit more accurate. You know what I'm saying? The prices you talking about for a watch is not like you hear niggas saying my Rolex $3,000. It's like Rolex isn't $3,000, but you don't know that because you never had one. You know, until you start making the money and everything starts then becoming a little bit more accurate. So most people take the approach of street nigga, street trap. It's because rap is like ideally when someone says rap, the first thing that comes to mind is trap. Like,
Streets.
You know, street trap, and it's easier. It's quicker. It's a blueprint already made for it. So that's why it's so much more of that than it would be my lane or someone who raps about just other things.
But that's why I feel like you came and you skyrocketed like you did.
Oh yeah, well I think I came and skyrocketed because we changed rap. My generation completely changed it. 100%. We changed the rules. We made it. Like my whole thing was to make it so that rap didn't have to be so angry. You know, it was so hood, it was so street, so gangster, so I'ma kill you, Glock on my waist when I like, you know what I'm saying? Like I came and I was like, it doesn't have to be
Cold like Minnesota.
You know what I'm saying?
Cold like Minnesota.
Like anything.
Cold like
you know what I'm saying? This were things I was genuinely going through. Like my dad used to take me to Minnesota, it was fucking freezing. You know what I'm saying? Like just like I was just like finding shit to talk about. You know what I'm saying? One night I didn't want a girlfriend. Like I don't just want you. I was just whatever I was going through or some shit that I thought was funny or cool was what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? Plus I love melody. You know, I didn't grow up listening to a lot of rap. I listened to a lot of melodies. I love melodies. So that was my thing. You know, so and I just wanted to shake shit up. You know what I'm saying? Like and prove that like it's possible.
Did you know you was shaking shit up at the time?
Well, when it's
because you young, you know what I mean.
Of course, people hated me. No, I didn't get any love. It was nothing but hate. Especially after the whole Biggie thing, it was no love. You know, and that, my words was taken so out of context. But I wasn't discouraged because I still wanted to, I looked at myself like as a voice for the youth. You know what I'm saying? Like, because no one from my generation would do interviews because all old heads and all these radios would turn them. They would turn our words and try to turn us. And they tried to divide the newer generation and the older. But that's why I continued to do them to let people know, like, that's not what it is. And a lot of people thought we were so dumb. You know, a lot of people thought the new generation, I can't speak for every artist, but they think we were like these drug addict, stupid, mumble rap. That's why I always do my interviews. To show like, I'm very articulate. You know what I'm saying? I'm very smart. I'm very intelligent. And I can rap. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I continue to do them even when a lot of people was trying to break me down and say, oh, well, he didn't have any hip-hop background and he never heard the Tupac album and he da-da. That has nothing to do with the craft. It's art.
Right. And at the
like
end
no
of
one says to a painter, have you seen a Picasso in real life? If not, then your painting's invalid. Your art's invalid because you never actually saw the work. It doesn't work like that.
And nobody, and you can't tell a motherfucker that, you know, he can't come on the basketball court because he don't know Michael Jordan. He didn't see Michael Jordan play.
It's crazy.
You feel what I'm saying? And one thing about our platform, we not them old heads.
Yeah.
You know, we understand that it's a drought on thorough old heads out here. You feel what I'm saying? We understand there's a drought on old heads that's not living in the fucking past.
Yesterday's over.
Except for when you saw them golden goose shoes, you didn't understand them.
Oh, I didn't understand the golden.
He don't know what the fuck's going on.
I didn't understand the golden goose.
Drippers.
I mean, at the end of the day, I don't hate on the youth. We embrace the youth. Because we understand that we not trying to compete with you, we trying to eat with you.
Right.
It's a total difference. You feel what I'm saying?
It should be family at the end of the day.
And for us, it's like y'all niggas is like our nephews. Like we the old heads, y'all like our nephews. We just trying to elevate in any way we can help what a motherfucker got going on. That's all we trying to do. You feel what I'm saying? We don't bring the young guys on here, attack them, try to see where their knowledge is at in certain places.
Because we comfortable with who we are.
Absolutely.
I'm not. You know, I don't have. You know, like, oh damn, I'm not looking at you as in competition and none of that shit.
Right.
I'm looking at you. How could you educate our audience? How could you educate the community? Give them some game about how you done it. Because like I said, there's a lot of kids out here that don't want to be themselves.